Hi there, warm welcome back here on the show. This is still Prime Morning here on a Monday morning. You just had all the latest trends coming your way, and most definitely tomorrow is returning again. Make sure that you tune in to find out who is saying what and what is trending right here on Prime Morning. We're getting to our next conversation here on the show, and it's all about women in business. Every Monday, we're ensuring that we bring you women who are doing amazing stuff and taking care of many things that, on a normal day you will not get to know or see them do what they do. And so today, it's not an exception. We've got our guest in the studio and we'll be talking to her in a bit. But you can send your messages to us. Make sure you like our page on Facebook and also drop your comments. We're streaming live on Facebook. We're on X, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, and we are also on Facebook, like I said. So you do well to drop your messages over there. Our WhatsApp line is also active, so you can also join in the conversation here on the show. Now, in the studio with me is the marketing manager of Tropo Farms Limited. And she is one woman that you would love to know about because she's been doing so well in her field. Just so we get to actually meet her, on the other side, take a look at this video. When I come back, I'll introduce my guest in the studio.
Avomo Diallo is a dynamic professional with a strong passion for Ghana's aquaculture industry. With expertise in business administration, human resources, marketing and communications, she brings a wealth of experience to her role as marketing manager at Tropo Farms Limited, a leader in West African tilapia farming. Over the past 4 years, Rebecca has gained deep insights into sustainable aquaculture practices and tilapia consumption in Ghana, positioning her as a key contributor to the industry. Her journey reflects a blend of strategic vision, operational excellence, and leadership, driving Tropo Farms' mission to provide safe, quality fish protein to all. Committed to making a lasting impact, Rebecca's dedication and forward-thinking approach continue to shape the future of aquaculture in Ghana.
All right, so that's our guest of this morning, Rebecca Avomo Diallo, sitting here with us. How are you doing? How's it going?
I'm doing good, thank you. How are you too?
I'm fine, and thanks for making time for us this morning here on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Great. Is your morning routine always like this, like what you're having right now?
No.
On the normal day, how is your morning routine like?
So I would wake up, prepare for work, get to work, have something like a breakfast, and then meet up with my team, check out what is the update on maybe some project or some work we've not done the day before, and then we start with what is most important, and then that's how the day
And you
goes.
usually get to work at what time?
Well, between 8:40 to 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Yes.
That's when traffic is not too bad, right?
Exactly. And where I live, there's a lot of traffic. So you either leave before 6 or you leave after 8:30. So it depends on my schedule.
How did you get yourself involved in fishes and
Tilapia.
And all that?
I saw the job offer. Previously, I assisted the founder of the business and the previous CEO.
Okay.
So I was an executive assistant. And then, funny enough, after I visited the farm, I was really amazed. I didn't really know, anything about fish farming. And I was like, wow, this is something that people are doing here in Ghana. I thought most of the protein are imported. Usually that is what we see.
Yeah.
When you go to the market, you meet a lot of frozen products. So you don't really think that
They're all from here.
Exactly. So then I got there and I saw the operation. I said, wow, I would want to stay in this industry. It's something new, and then it's not like something you know about. So when you you have to come to the farm to, experience.
Have an experience of it.
Exactly. And I was like, no, if something like this is being done in Ghana and at least you know where the product comes from, it's something that I want to be able to do or work within. It's an industry that is actually not really popular.
Yep.
So we are yet to
But it actually has a ministry, by the way.
Yes,
agriculture is part of that
yes,
ministry.
so we are still working to make it very famous, like any other industry. So that is how come I decided that, I mean, this is something I want to do. So
the idea wasn't to get into it. What were you thinking of doing when you got into the company? Was there any other thing you wanted to do before you got involved in this?
Oh, well, not really. Okay. Not really. You see, it's like you are entering something you don't really know about. So it raises your interest, your creativity. You ask yourself, what did people did in school to get to do this thing? Yeah. And then you get to understand that there's so many different fields, category. For instance, in our company, from hatchery to production, there's so many different fields, so many different people who do different jobs, and then you realize that, oh, maybe when I was in uni, I should have chosen something different. You know,
your interest goes there.
Exactly, like, okay. We are all into, we want to do marketing, want to do business administration. We forget that the industry that is feeding us also has some different key
departments that people could also fit in there.
Exactly. So I was like, no, this is something that I really like, and then it's different. You learn a lot. Even though I'm doing the marketing now, even when I was executive assistant, I learned so much that compared to my previous work experience, it's not something that you already have knowledge about. Yes. So
I see. This is interesting. Now, how many years have you been there?
It will be the 5th year.
This year, right?
Yes.
Okay. And how's the experience been like in terms of how people accept the kind of business you sell to them? So you go to people, you tell them that, because you're the marketing manager. What do? You go to people, you tell them that we have fishes, we want to sell aquaculture.
Okay. The thing is, we've actually been in existence for the past, let's see, I mean, the company started in 1997. So for the past 20-something years. So people consume a lot of tilapia. The only challenge was that a lot of people don't know where the fish come from. Some people think that it's just a couple of fishermen who throw out some nets and get the fish, but they don't understand that there's a whole industry behind it. There's a lot of, I mean, we are the largest farmers, but then there's a lot of small-scale farmers who maybe fail to advertise or market their brand. So people think that when they go to Akosombo or go to a nearby water body, they think the fish they are getting there is just somebody who threw nets and then got the fish. They don't understand that it's a whole process. So with that in mind, we have people who know about it, but they will not tell you that, oh, I got the fish from a farmer, actually. They will tell you, oh, the fisherman got the fish. So you can see that there's a little bit of a misconception. When people talk about fisheries, they forget that fisheries is also made with aquaculture. So they think that every fish comes from the sea, but then you have a lot of people who even do aquaculture at their backyard that you don't know about. So people eat a lot of tilapia in Ghana. They consume a lot of tilapia. So from market women to cold stores to distributors, the hotels, the restaurant, they do buy from people who buy from us. So that's how we've been able to sell our product. Yes.
What's the major challenge that you face when you're embarking on this journey?
The challenge would have to do with the difficulty to actually brand fish. Tilapia from my company and maybe some other farmers might look the same. So in terms of quality assurance and all of that, you may not really tag the product. So when you go to the market, one of the challenges we face is that some of the market women or then some of our customers, maybe if they want a particular size of fish, and maybe we are not able to provide that for them, they might mix from, you know, different company and then say that, oh, the fish is from Volta Catch. Because we've made the efforts to brand ourselves and people know that they can trust our brand. So this is a challenge we are still working on, but then hopefully time will go on and people realize that there's something, our fish tastes different, our fish texture is different compared to some other fish that we've been able to test on the market. But that is actually the challenge. It's not like a fruit drink that you can just tag and then put on shelves and then everybody will know what's the difference between Coke and Fanta, you know. So that is it. That's actually it.
In terms of the production process, I mean, you got in there, you've seen how it is and all that. What's the unique thing about the production process that when you look at it, it always intrigues you to be able to sell the fish to the people?
One interesting thing is how would I say it? We have our own archery.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we have our own archery, so that gives us a lot of control in our operation. And then we have our own brood stock. So from the hatchery all the way to the production, we have that quality control. So you have different, even within the different steps, there's a lot of expertise that is gone into it. So our staff are so skilled that even people who work in our company, when they leave, they realize that, oh, I've worked for actually the biggest and I didn't know.
Yep.
And when you speak with some of the staff, they will tell you, I've learned so much here as compared to when I was working for the smaller scales, because that expertise is being transferred over the years from the topmost experts to the person. So when you get to the farm, everybody knows what is exactly their job and how they can perfect it. So that is something that really raised my curiosity, my creativity, and I say, no, we need to make sure that this product is well marketed.
Yeah.
People should know about the brand. People should think, when they think tilapia, they should think Volta catch. So like that is actually it. When you go to the farm and then you realize all this in place, you say, no, I mean, I really want to be part of this, yes. Yeah. So that in the next 50, 40 years, you can see that the tilapia in your house, in your fridge, we were all part of making it possible.
So you rear the fish, the tilapia, right from when they're hatched from the beginning till they grow up?
Yes.
Before you sell them?
Yes, and then we have categories. So we sell different sizes based on their weight.
Okay.
So we have the TSS, which we call too small to sell. This is the small one you eat. Yes, the small one you eat with your kenke.
Yep.
Yes, and then
I took
you
some
have
over the weekend actually.
Exactly. So you have another one which is a little bit bigger, and then that is SS, and then you have the Echo. You have the regular. Then you have. Now we move to the bigger size, which is S1, S2, and S3. So S3 is the biggest size that we have, which ranges from, let's say, 500 grams to, let's say, 600 grams, like the big fish. So we are trying to cater for anybody. If you like the big fish, we'll give you. If you like the small one, if you have the medium one, then we give you. I mean, everybody would find the fish that they want to buy based on their pocket, because, you know, the price is also different.
Is it difficult getting people to come and buy, or you've been able to make it easy ever since you took up that position as a marketing manager?
Oh, our fish is available anywhere in Ghana if only you want it. Even if you are in Tamale, okay, that is where we are now trying to focus on, because Tamale is not really close to us per se.
Yeah.
So we are trying to venture into the north more so that people don't have to struggle to travel all the way down to get the fish. So we have a arm of the business who deals mainly with focusing on bringing the fish to the customer wherever they are. Yes, so our fish is not difficult to get. We have 6 depots. We have a depot in Tema, that is the one that is most popular. We have one in Malata Market. We have a depot also in Kumasi, Takrade, and even one at the Atimpuku Runabout. Yes, because we realized that where the farm is, there wasn't really a place where people could buy unless they come to Tema. So we've opened a flagship store at Atimpuku Runabout where the travelers can buy the fish, instead of going to the market where you might not get our product or get our product mixed with somebody else's product, and the person will tell you that, oh, they just got it here. Meanwhile,
it is not your product.
Yes.
I see. Now, let's talk about you and what you've been able to achieve so far as a marketing manager of the place. Now, in terms of the building up your capacity as an individual, what do you look out for in building yourself?
That's an interesting question. So, in terms of the marketing, I first of all, I want to make the products accessible to everybody. Make sure that when people think about fish, it has to be tilapia from Volta Catch. Number 2, I want to be able to also make it fun, you know, try to move away from the traditional marketing, you know, and as far as branding the fish is concerned. You know, when you think about how you want to package fish, fresh fish, it makes you think a lot. So it's going to raise your thought, your knowledge, your creativity. You are thinking about, because even the box that we did, let me just tell you a little story. When we introduced those boxes, we didn't know that people might really, really love it because it was really convenient. You just put your eyes, get your fish, and then it gets delivered to your doorstep. But then instead of going to the market, but you know, the Ghanaian consumer too, sometimes they don't really trust. So some people still want to go to the market, look at them.
See for themselves.
Exactly. So that is where we will have to do a lot of the work. But then, like I said, it's a field that is not too common and where a lot of people can learn from, like I do every day.
Okay, so the box we have over here, and viewers, if you just join us here on the show, Rebecca Avomo Diallo is my guest. She's the marketing manager for Tropical Farms Limited, and she's heavily involved in this business of fishing, you know, and she's very excited about it. And she's trying to let us understand what exactly goes through the processes of the fish. And so there's a box over here on the table, and this box has a fish in it. There's a fish in it, and there's ice in it as well.
Yeah.
That is keeping the fish alive.
Fresh. No, the fish.
The fish is dead.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I was thinking there's water and everything.
Oh no,
keeping
no,
the fish alive.
no.
So the fish is. So before we talk about preserving it, just like you've done, let's talk about when they are young and you're feeding them. What goes into the feeding? What do you give it to it so it doesn't become dangerous to people? We understand certain people add certain chemicals in feeding and all of that, and it might affect the human and all that. What goes into your process of feeding?
So we have a feeding partner who is actually the best in West Africa, even in Africa, and a certain type of feed for the certain size of fish. So if the fish is still young, there's a feed that is appropriate to give it. And then you have to give yourself around 4 to 6 months for the fish to become big. So we do have specific feed based on the needs of the fish or based on which one we want to harvest first.
Okay.
So the feed that you give to the big fish is not the feed you give to the small. And then in terms of those who use chemicals, we don't use hormones or any sort of chemicals to boost the growth of our fish. We are doing our operation on the Volta Lake. And if you check, the Volta Lake is one of the pristine waters you have in West Africa. Yeah. So the fish is able to grow in what we call like a sustainable natural environment on its own pace with good feed. So you get a very, very, very high quality product. And that is what makes us different from other people. And sometimes, so I tell people that when you buy fish from me and you cook soup, for instance, the fish doesn't become pureed in your soup, or if you grill it, it doesn't. The flesh doesn't. That's how you know that
it's scattered everywhere.
Exactly. That's how you know that the fish that you've bought is actually good quality. And when it comes to that, we are actually the number one to make sure that the product that we give out to the market since we've opened is chemically free, hormone free, and then is well taken care of.
So is it the same fish feed that you give to this and the one that is given to the other people who go to fishing and then are able to catch the fish? Is it the same feed? What kind of feed is this? Is it the small, or is the same fish, or is what?
So I think it will have to be with the size. Okay, feed costs a lot. I wouldn't say how the other people are feeding their fish, but then from what I know, it's part of our operating cost, and it costs us a lot because for us to be able to produce, we are between.
Okay, not to catch you. This is how the feed looks like.
Yes.
Okay.
So this, I think this one, it should be some of the cages for eco or regular.
Okay.
So the size of that fish is not really huge. The fish, I don't have a sample here, but the fish feed, I don't know if you know dog food.
Yeah.
Yes, so it has different sizes.
Oh, the pellets.
And then, yes.
You have the small
so it's
size.
composed with different things based on what the animal needs to mature. So you cannot give a big fish what the small fish will eat. So it's categorized like that.
I see. And how long did it take to mature from? It takes like a year or 6 months? If
Maximum 6 months.
It becomes bigger. So you transfer that fish to a different place when it matures?
Yes. So when we have the eggs, and then we let the fish get to, let's say, 2 grams, 5 grams, something like that. Then they are moved to the next stage, which is nurturing. So nurturing, we assess how the eggs have been able to, eggs have to survive to a certain size, and then they have to grow to a certain size before they are now transported into the cage on the lake.
Okay.
So our hatchery is around a estuary. So we have a truck which has oxygen and all the equipment possible that will transport the egg to the farm, and then the farm will collect, not the eggs, like the eggs that are matured to maybe 5 grams to the farm. Then they are dropped into a particular cage where a team is going to assess their growth. So they are being fed every day a certain amount of feed. When they gain some weight, they are now transferred to another cage that has people like them. Let me say, fishes like them. Yes, and then we look at how to control any sort of disease. So we have a whole team. Yes,
that's a lot.
Yes, a lot goes into it. A lot goes into it. So we have a disease control team to make sure that the fish is not catching any disease, because they are foreign to the environment. They are moving from one place to the other all the time, and so
they could actually catch some diseases.
Yes.
And when that happens, you have to separate them from the others.
Yes, so we have a treatment that we do on our farm. We work with also some international bodies who are helping us to have that control over the fish. So I always tell people that, even me, I didn't know before, but if you have to eat fish, you have to make sure that the fish that you buy has all those things in place, because you might eat a fish that is contaminated and you wouldn't know. So make sure that the quality of what you are buying is actually what you are getting. And this is what we strive for. That is why I told you that when I got it, I was amazed at all the
process you have to go through to see that huge tilapia come out.
Exactly. So
this is how the place looks like?
So this is this is a view of the hatchery at Estuary. So these cages have what we call brood stock. Okay. So we have the male, the female, they mate, and then we have the egg collection. We collect the eggs at a particular time of the week, and then those eggs are incubated in some of the facilities and then transported to the main site.
And this is small, or this one is what?
This is I think this looks like echo or regular. Okay. Yeah, and this is an harvest when they are being harvested. So when we say that our product is fresh, so like this, they will be taken to the processing plants where we just gut them. So that's the only thing we do. And after they are
just like the way it's been done over here?
Yes. So when they are gut like this, they are sent to the depot. So you get it as fresh as like out of the water, gutted straight to the depot. So we don't freeze our fish. We always make sure we keep the temperatures between 0 to 5 degrees.
What do you do to keep your customers with you, especially you as a marketing person?
So we are the biggest. So that's an advantage. Yeah. And then we also produce the best quality. So to keep our customers, we do have promotions that we launch sometimes, and then also they might not get quantities they want with other people, and they know that we provide the best. Like I was saying, some people don't put too much effort into their operation like we do. So let's say if you have a cold store, you wouldn't want to just buy fish anywhere. You want to buy fish where you know that they know what they are doing. Right. Yes, so that is what makes us keep that relationship with our customers. And even in an instance where we are not able to provide a particular size of fish to a griller or a cold store owner or a restaurant, there's still some options that the person can choose from. And then maybe we tell them that, it takes some time for the fish to reach so. And
they understand, that it has to go through that process.
They do, because if they don't understand, then it means we are cheating. And this is something that we really are against of. We don't want to have to inject our fish or give our fish some sort of...
Because when the demand and the pressure comes, you now start looking for ways to make,
Exactly. So we don't want to get to that point because people want a particular size and we have to do things that are not ethical for the product to get to the market. So that is something that we are also proud of. We don't stress our production. We just make sure that everything that we do from stage 1 to stage 5 is ethically right and is sustainable for the environment, for the fish, and then for ourselves that are doing the job.
Okay, so this is how you sell the fish, right?
Well,
this is the packaging of it all.
This is just the packaging. Normally, the fish is sold in crates of 25 kg.
Okay.
Because we see ourselves as wholesalers. But then we also do retail. And when we do retail...
So this is how it is then?
Yes. So the market women will come as early as 3 a.m. to get the fish.
That's early.
Yes.
It's really early.
So they come, they buy a crate, we pour it into their, those metallic bowls in which they sell, and they go to the market and they start selling.
Is it the reason that if they don't come early, it will be finished?
Yes, that's what they think.
Oh.
So, because they have to get to the market early also. So they push us to come early. It's not like we want to come in. And I really clap for our team everywhere in the depots, because some people even sleep overnight. When it's like peak period, like in Kumasi, for instance, we've gotten an instance where you have to be at depot as early as 2 a.m.
Whoa.
Because you want to make sure that they will even come and wake you up. So they will come at the gate as early as 2 because they want to buy the fish to be at the market at 4, 5 and start selling. So if you are not there, if you have to come to work and people are already waiting for you at 2 a.m. every day, then you just have to change your routine to fit that time so that you can serve the customer. And some of them, they are not too patient. You know how market women are. They'll come and say, okay, if you won't give me fish, I'm going to buy the fish somewhere else. Yes.
And I think they also have demands. There are people in the market who are waiting for them. They have to also make sure they're able to, give them what they want as well.
Exactly. So that is why we have depots, because some people, what they do is, our competitors or other people in the industry, people have to come and buy at the farm gate. So you have to include the cost of traveling all the way to the farm. You have to check where they are going to sell the fish. The fish market is in Kaswa Galilea market. You have to travel. Let's see if you stay in Alajo, you have to go all the way. But we try to minimize all this by telling our customers, listen, just call us, tell us the quantity you want, and we get it to where you are. But still, like I said, some people want to come and see.
They still want to come there and see what it is.
Market women, it's their eyes and their hands. They say, oh, I will mix.
They start even weighing the thing in their hands.
I will mix one size and another size so that I can sell 2 big, 2 small, and 1 small for, let's say, 100 CDs at the markets. So like that.
So we're talking about the packaging before. So this is basically what, because of us that you made it this way, or people can get packages like this?
So we haven't really rolled out this package.
Oh, okay.
So we tested this package during the holidays, and that is when we found out that people really liked it. This package normally was initially made for corporate bodies when it's holiday period and they want to give out fish to their staff. Then we package it nicely for us. But then let's see how this is going to go. If there's demand for this package, obviously we are going to roll out with it.
You won an award last year.
Yeah.
What was it for?
It wasn't just one award.
You won about 3 of them, I guess. Yeah, 3 of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got the CSR of the year because, mind you, we are a socially responsible company. We try to serve the communities where the farms are located. So we got involved with the Pakadan Presby School last year. We do give them fish to assist them with their feeding program. We do help them too with anything that they need. If they just send us a letter, we try to assist them. And I think we also assisted the Queen Mother of Akwemu with some fish for her anniversary. So, and going to the farm too is the roads are not really conversant. Yeah. So 2 years ago, we tried to make sure that the road to the farm is okay. And then the people from the community, they really appreciate what we do over there. So we are located in Pakadan.
Okay.
Myself, when I tell people the farm is in Pakadan, they don't really know, but then it's not a small community. It's a community that has a lot going on there, and we try as much as possible to to serve them the best way that we can. And then I think we got the best.
So this is Pakadan, right?
No, this is a citrary.
A citrary, okay.
Yeah, so this is you see how huge the vault. So these are some cages on the lake.
Wow.
Yes. So maybe this is a platform. I don't know if it should be either the vaccination. So to make sure that if there's any issues, some of the fish who might not feel good. So we do vaccinate them against diseases when the need be. Because mind you, water draws out a lot of things.
Yeah.
Exactly. So your competitor or somebody else can give something to his fish, and at the end of the day, you are all in the same water. So how do you make sure that your product is safe? So you need to have those in place, and the veterinary can tell you, oh, maybe there's some minor issue here and there, so you have to do like this or like that to make sure that they don't all die, you know. Because even recently with the flood, remember, a lot of people lost their cages, but hopefully enough, we are up the lake, so we're not affected at all.
So it means the other fishing that goes on in the lake with tilapia in there, not like the way you have it.
Yes.
Do we have that?
Yeah, we do. So this is Anyase, is also an hatchery site that we have. So we have 2 hatchery sites where we get our eggs from. Yes.
So apart from what you people do, there are other people who also get tilapia from the lake.
Yeah, the small scales.
Okay.
Yes, they are there too, and you cannot control their processes, so you have to protect.
Okay, so that's where the issue is.
Yes.
They might be using something else to be catching this fish.
No, to make them grow
bigger.
Bigger, yes.
Okay, so they rear them on the lake as well.
Yeah, we are all on the lake.
Okay.
Yes, we are all on the lake. Most of us are on the lake because it's a natural habitat for the fish, you know, and then. It helps the fish to feel in its environments, you know. It's bringing a lot of make it a little bit sustainable also. Yes, but then as for the feeding and how the fish process the feeding, you can only control for your cages. You can't control for what somebody else is
doing. Yeah.
Yes, but most of us are on the lake.
And it comes with a cost. You have to pay something to the.
Yes. So there are some permits that you have to make sure that you have. Funny enough, we have all of them, and then if some need to be renewed, we do renew them every year, and then we are also FDA approved.
Okay.
Because, like I said, we really want to beat the quality and make sure that even in West Africa alone, our product is the best. Yes.
You have become the standard, actually.
Yes. So you can't just wake up and say you want to do fish farming. You need to have fishery permits. You need to contact the environmental protection agencies and also have a permit with them. They need to come and see that whatever you are doing on the lake is not going to affect the people who are also using the water from the lake to do many other things. You know, there's a lot of community living around.
There,
Exactly. And also, I mean, there's different permits that you need to do. But as to if this is enforced control, I mean, that is the bodies that have to come to the farm and then check all those things for you.
Is it capital intensive? Like you have
Oh,
to
yes.
pay a lot of money. I mean, looking at this, I'm scared already, but I don't know.
You have to.
That's a lot of money you're going to be spending.
You have to. So we as farmers, we are trying to lobby with the government to help us and assist us with all those things. Because first of all, you have to import feed. That's a lot of cost. You have to import vaccine. That's a lot of cost. You have to import so many things for the farm. If those things can be waived for even the big and the small one, that will actually boost the industry. That will motivate people to join in.
Even the feed is imported, and that's where I have a problem. I mean, I don't know any way we can actually get this feed over here instead of
some people do, but then if you want the best quality, some companies actually are coming in the country.
Okay.
So yes, so you have the likes of Ranan and there's so many people that are now
so that we don't have to now import them. They're already here.
Yes, it's not everybody that can actually pay for it. So the other guys on the lake, I'm sure they have found a way to feed their fish.
But it has to be the right way. That's what it is.
Yes, but like I said, you can't really control. You can only control what you do. You can't control what somebody else is doing. But you hope that the other person is doing the right thing. You know, it's just like a restaurant. You can only control the food you give to your people. You can't control what somebody else is cooking, or how the other person is cooking the food that they are selling to people.
What is the one thing that you need government? I mean, Emily Arthur is the new minister designate for that sector. She spoke about a lot of things and how she wants to go about agriculture and all of that. What is that one thing that people from your side want to see her also do?
We need to promote the industry more, and then we need to educate the people about the sector, because we are not in the fishery. Fishery is more of on the sea. We are not doing that there. We are telling people that apart from that, there's another way, a better way for you to get fish protein, and it's through aquaculture. Because aquaculture, you don't have to do it on the lake unless you do it in a large scale. Some people have cages or ponds just at their backyard, and they are still selling the fish. You know, some people are even doing catfish, because it's not just tilapia alone.
Yeah.
Some people are doing catfish. So make the industry to be nice, or not even nice, like promote the industry better, because we are laid back. Unless we come and say that, hey, we are here, before people say, oh, this tilapia. Some people may not know, but tilapia is not something you fish from the sea. It has to be a lake, it has to be a water body that is calm, that is conducive, because these fish, let me tell you, they stress a lot.
Really?
Yes, and for instance, if one of the fish is stressed in your cage, it will contaminate everybody.
All the other...
Yes, and you might wake up one day and you've lost a cage.
Wow.
Yes.
And every cage has like how many in them? About 20?
It depends on the density.
Okay.
So we being the large ones, because we produce almost 15,000 metric tons. That's what we did last year. And then for the next 5 years or next 2 years, we want to double that up. So it depends on your production figures. Yes.
So you may be losing about 5,000 fish,
yes,
depending on the cage.
And then when you lose it, that is it. Your money is gone. There's no way to replace it, because you have to wait for the fish to mature again. Yes. So it's something that we really need. It needs to be promoted. It needs to be, people need to be informed.
Yeah, because you can't be spending this amount of money in this production and all of that and not being able to let people understand that there's a big market there. You're not promoting it for people to know that there's a big market there. And I think it's one thing that the minister should be looking at. You understand? Like you're rightly saying, that's a lot of money going in there. And if there's no too much promotions that will make people want to know that, oh, we have companies like these who are doing better with fish farming and all of that, and, you know, aquaculture, and people should to come and support them.
There's so much potential into it, because it's not just about tilapia. I am a tilapia person. Aquaculture can bring so much to the industry, to the economy, because if it is well promoted, and then if government supports it the way it should be supported, or, you know, waive some of the things for us to be motivated enough to continue. There's so many products when it comes to aquaculture. Some people can start shrimp farms, some people can start crabs. There's so many species that can be cultivated through aquaculture, and we are losing on that because we are focusing on just tilapia and catfish.
But then again, it's capital intensive. I mean, you're looking at how much you're spending on putting all these things out there. If I want to start a crab or I want to start any other species, it means that I would have to be looking at close to what you are doing now.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of money, importing feed. I can imagine how much it costs you to import feed as well, the tax and all of that. I mean, I don't know. In the next 10 years, what are we looking at for tropical farms? For
tropical farms, we are looking at increasing our production, because we want to keep the #1
spot forever.
Spot forever, yes. And then we also want to urge the youth. You know, it's not all about human resource and that. Try and have an interest into something like this. You know, we employ, most of us are here in Ghana, and then where we are, we try to employ the people from the communities, because they know the water better, they know the conditions better. Some of them might not have gone to university and all of that, so when they come, they learn on the job. So we also we are looking at increasing our workforce. We are looking at also bringing some sort of mechanism to improve our processes. Let's say if we have a sorting, maybe bring in some way of sorting the fish, like the one we are, maybe the way, if there's a faster way to process our fish, so that if the fish is harvested today, it is sent today, it is sold. Yeah, so we want to be able to improve the value chain, and then the delivery chain, the operation chain, all of that, so that when people will come to Ghana and they see tilapia, they understand what the fish has gone through, and then we would be the one that they will look up to when they are looking for fish to buy.
All right, so if you're thinking about buying your fish, your tilapia, there's one place that you can actually get it. And Triple Farms, I mean, we've walked through their whole production experience. You've understood how things go about over there, and I'm sure you've also learned a lot about, how the processes actually goes. Now, there's one more thing that I want to find out from you. If people want to locate, your offices where they have to buy from you and all that, I'm not sure we can give all the various places and their contacts and all of that. What's that one place that they can call and they can connect them to any other place that they want to buy from?
Yes, so the number to call is 054-4346-976.
Okay.
Or you can simply send us a DM on our social media handle, and then we'll make sure to assist you.
Okay. So on social media, it's just Triple Farms, right?
No, it's Volta Catch Tilapia.
Volta Catch Tilapia.
Yes.
So the company is Triple Farms.
Yes. So the company doing the fish is Triple Farm, and then the brand is Volta Catch.
Okay.
Yes.
So when I want the fish, I should just say Volta Catch.
Yes.
Okay. Volta Catch Tilapia. That is what you're supposed to be doing. Now, I know there are many other young women who have interest in getting into places like where you are. I mean, where you started from and what you've been able to achieve and all of that. If you're supposed to advise them on, career path, they're making sure that you're able to follow wherever curiosity sends them to and be successful like you have been, what would that be?
They need to be curious, and they need to be consistent. Yes, so like everybody is saying, it's only through consistency that you can yield the result that you need. And then the young ladies, there's so many things today. There's tech, but still the potential in agric and aquaculture is huge. And it's male dominated in Africa because of how we think about it. We think about the fact that you have to raise the fish net. A lady cannot do that. But we forget that the lady can be at the back end. You can manage the processing plants. You can be in the health and safety. You can do the biology of the fish. So many things that you can do to improve. But we ladies, sometimes we like to just relax and then do something that is not too physically, So look at what is in the industry, which might not need you to be muscular or, that you can do. Because if you look at there's a lot of ladies that are veterinarian, that are biologists, that are helping us. Sometimes we have the Chamber of Aquaculture. So when we meet every year, you realize that there's other women who are also involved, but not on the farm.
Yeah.
Yes, but we do employ over 400 women from the community.
Really?
Yes, and we are encouraging them to move away from just the processing, just cutting and opening, and maybe vaccination. So we even taught them how to vaccinate, how to do it faster, but then they could become feeders. We are trying to even train some of them to become feeders, because most of the feeders are guys. But you need to be fearless also, because you are working on the lake.
That's another thing.
Yes.
Another fear. Let me put it that way.
Exactly.
That's another fear. But I mean, over the number that you guys have put together in terms of women, it's impressive.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it, but that's more like you. That's about 50%. What motivates the company to do that?
So the little backstory is our founder is somebody that is community driven.
Okay.
Because we believe that if you empower a woman, you empower the world. If a lady at that community knows that she has something that she can do every day,
Yeah.
she would be motivated to do it. She would talk about it to her friends so that she doesn't depend on her husbands only. And mind you, we are working with people from the villages. It comes with its challenges, but then it also has a lot of benefits because these people live or these people come to work with a purpose. They know that we need to process 1,000 metric tons every day. I know that when I'm at the processing plant, a market woman will get her fish. Somebody will get fish to eat. Myself, I'm getting the fish, but I want to make sure that when I'm done, I reach my target so that when I'm in Accra or when I'm somewhere, I know that if tilapia is at this place, it's through me that the tilapia got there. The ones at the vaccination station are helping the fish not to fall sick or to die. So when she wakes up, when that lady wakes up in the morning, she knows that I need to make sure I vaccinate this amount of fish, or I need to make sure that the fish that I vaccinate today survives tomorrow. You know, so all of this will motivate the ladies, the women that we have to keep coming to work and to make sure that they are part of that success.
The president of the nation should be proud of you. I mean, he's trying as much as possible to put women out there. The affirmative, law is pushing down. We've got about 30%, and so he should be very, very proud of you people for also supporting that initiative as well. It's a great thing that you guys are doing. But we're going, so I'd like to say a big thank you to you. Is there any other thing you want to say to your staff? Wish them well before we go.
Yes, so I just want to say that I'm very proud of all the work that we've been able to achieve at Tropo Farm, and I want to tell the audience that we are the best when it comes to tilapia. You shouldn't worry about the tilapia, how it is. We do it best. So even if people have complaints, some people have complaints that they don't know how the fish is. There's so many controversies around the fish. When you buy the fish from us, you are assured that you are getting the very, very, very best. Yes.
Awesome. Rebecca Avomo Diallo is the marketing manager of Tropo Farms. She joined us this morning. Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you for inviting
coming over
me.
to let us have a feel of how your company, operates, and also providing tilapia for Ghana and continue to be the standard. We wish you the very best into the new years and the coming years ahead. All right, so that's what it is. That's Women in Business this morning here on Prime Morning.